What's going on, family? I'm Scrapbook Boxing Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. I want to continue to examine 100 years of world championship fights. Wednesday, January 19th, 1955, Ray Robinson makes his comeback from a 3-year hiatus. He was in the entertainment world after his loss to light heavyweight champion Joey Maxim. Fight took place 1952, New York's Yankee Stadium. And 7,282 spectators viewed the fight at Chicago Stadium, and they contributed $27,419 for this up-and-coming fight. Now, Ray Robinson was 33 years old. He weighed 159 pounds, and he had a 72-inch reach. He had a record of 133 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws. His opponent was Ralph Tiger Jones. He was 26 years old. He weighed 159 pounds. He had a record of 32 wins, 12 losses, 2 draws, and 8 knockouts. Now, Ralph Tiger Jones was in the ring with fighters such as Joey Giardello, Pedro Gonzalez, Hector Contest, and Peter Mueller. Now, Jones would land 322 punches out of 407 punches that was thrown. Ray Robinson landed 176 punches out of 514 punches thrown. He had a 34%, and Ralph Tiger Jones had a 57% punch rate. That's why he won the fight. Ray Robinson was upset. And a very important fight for him. Try to go after Carl Bobo Olsen's title. And who was Ralph Tiger Jones? Ralph Tiger Jones was born March 14, 1928 in Brooklyn, New York. He died July 17, 1994. He was 66 years of age at the time of his death, and he would reside in Yonkers, New York. I had the pleasure of meeting Ralph Tiger Jones. He fought from 1950 to 1962. He had a total bout career of 89 fights, 52 wins, 32 losses, and 13 knockouts. He was in the ring with fighters such as Kid Gavilan, Del Flanagan, Rory Calhoun, Paul Pendon, Joey Jayamba, Gene Foreman, Wolfie Greaves, Laszlo Papp, and Bobby Dykes. And when you take a look at Ralph Tiger Jones, his career doesn't measure up as an opponent to Ray Robinson. But I got news for you. Ralph Tiger Jones was a spoiler. He was a well-dedicated and always kept in shape opponent. He would catch you at the last minute, and he would defeat you. And unfortunately for Ray Robinson and his comeback, that's exactly what will happen. Let's take a look at the fight between Ralph Tiger Jones and Ray Robinson on the night of Wednesday, January 19th, 1955, Chicago Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Andrews boys. And first, the leading contender for the world's light heavyweight title. Here he is, Paul Andrews. Paul Andrews. And from Superior, Wisconsin, here's the youngster who meets Joey Giardello next Wednesday night. Norfolk, Virginia, ladies and gentlemen, Al Andrews. Al Andrews. And may we remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that the Chicago Boxing Writers and Broadcasters Association will sponsor its second ring dinner in the Palmer House February 6th. Rocky Marciano will be honored as the person who has contributed the most in boxing in 1954. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, ring officials have been appointed here by the Illinois State Athletic Commission. The judges are Howard Walsh, Ed Hint, the timekeeper Charlie Sidebottom, counting for the knockdowns at the bell, Mike Murphy, the attending ringside physician, Dr. Irving Eastblock, your referee, Frank Sikora. This is the feature presentation of the evening, 10 rounds, middleweight, both weighing 159 pounds. From Yonkers, New York, he's wearing the black trunks with a white stripe, 159 pounds, Ralph Tiger Jones. And from New York City, wearing the white trunks with a black stripe, he also weighs 159 pounds, the former world welterweight and middleweight champion, Sugar Ray Robinson. And ladies and gentlemen, here is referee Frank Sikora with the instructions for both contestants. And ladies and gentlemen, no smoking, please. You boys received your instructions from the Illinois State Athletic Commission. I'm here to enforce them. I want a clean break at all times. Be careful of your kidney punches and your rabbit punches. In case of a knockdown, I want you to go to your furthest corner and stay there till I tell you to come out fighting. Also, in case of a knockdown, you must take an 8 count. Is that understood? Shake hands and come out fighting.
And so we're ready now for the opening bell of this scheduled 10-rounder. That is the corner of Ralph Jones. His seconds just leaving. Joe Ginder is already down at the bottom of the steps. And Sugar Ray Robinson in the far corner. Jones at 159. Robinson, who retired as the undefeated welterweight and middleweight champ to go into the theatrical business. Now very serious about a comeback. Sugar Ray in the white trunks. Jones, who is very effective inside, very good at body punching, and Robinson, of course, wonderful at long range with that snappy left jab and the right cross. It was in this ring that, back in 1951, that Robinson turned in quite a shellacking over Jake LaMotta after the first 8 rounds were about even.
The beautiful punches thrown by Ray Robinson, but I can tell you already what his problem is. He didn't have enough preparation time. His legs are not strong enough because he can't pop the jab the way he needs to keep Ralph Tiger Jones at bay.
And a right hand by Robinson was just a trifle short.
Beautiful pressure by Ralph Tiger Jones. But Jones is on the center line, and Robinson should be able to pop that jab and keep him at bay. Not able to do that right now. Didn't have enough training. That's what I can see at this point in time.
1 minute remaining in round 1.
Jones should have been his 3rd fight as a comeback. Oh boy, good jab by Ralph Tiger Jones. Jones is walking Robinson down as early as the first round because Robinson cannot control Ralph Tiger Jones. And that's what's going on at this point in time. Beautiful head movement. Great uppercut by Ralph Tiger Jones.
And round 1 is over. Sugar Ray going back to his corner, and in that last 30 seconds, I saw Sugar Ray and sure you.
Now, the man with his back to you is Harry Wiley Sr., one of the greatest trainers in boxing history.
You might recall one of the Turpin fights. He's had a total of 138 bouts.
You have George Gangford and Pee Wee Beale.
Losing 3, had 2 draws, and lost on 1 technical knockout when he was trying to win the light heavyweight championship from Joey Maxim. This is his 2nd in his comeback. 2 weeks ago in Detroit, he knocked out Joe Rendon in 5 rounds. His first fight in 1940 at Madison Square Garden paid Sugar Ray only $100. Since that time, though, the ante has been upped a lot. Now, Tiger Jones from Yonkers, New York, he has shown in the very first round that he's not afraid of any of Robinson's press clippings, and it's going to have to be won or lost in that ring tonight. Tiger has had a total of 47 bouts, winning 32. He's been in a losing streak of late and hopes to get out of it tonight. This is round 2 from the Chicago Stadium. Ray Robinson in the white trunks.
Oh, good hook by Robinson. He's not strong enough to hold off Ralph Tiger Jones.
Tiger Jones black. Both boys weigh
At this point in his career, he needed at least 2 or 3 more fights to get himself prepared for a fighter like this.
shaken up by several.
But this fighter like this is dangerous.
Tiger Jones.
Oh, beautiful combination by Jones. Well-schooled fighter. Good jab. Nice jab to the body. Makes me wonder why Jones has the amount of losses he has. He's a well-schooled fighter.
Sugar Ray intended to stay at long range if he can, as Jones is going to Sugar Ray all the time.
Oh, my God. Good hook. Now let's see what Jones does after he's hit. If he keeps coming, Ray's in trouble. Oh, good combinations by Ray Robinson. See if he can sustain it. Unfortunately, he has the Tiger in front of him. His name is Ralph Jones. Now, Ralph Tiger Jones, if you look at him today, he would be like a Sean Porter. Now, imagine if you had Sean Porters every night. That's what you're looking at, Ralph Tiger Jones. And that's the problem the fighters today would have.
It appears that there's a slash in the right eyebrow.
They would have to stay active in order to be able to hang in there with Ralph Tiger Jones.
Round two.
And during that time, you had more arenas, more gyms, more activity. Very nice jab by Ralph Tiger Jones. Jones needs to relax and pick his shots at this point. Because Ray cannot get out of the way. He can bob and weave, but he doesn't have the legs, and that's what his problem is tonight. Look at the heart of Ray Robinson. Look at the heart of Ray Robinson. Beautiful, beautiful hook off the jab. And that's what you have to do when you're on the ropes. You weave and then you hook off the weave. That's how you get off the ropes. Oh, good overhand right by Ray Robinson. Beautiful combination. Ray should be jabbing at this point. Don't slug with Ralph Tiger Jones. Too early in the fight for that.
For round three, as the handlers of Sugar Ray worked on his right eye.
Good right hand. The reason why Ray is doing this is because he's trying to control Jones. He can't do it, apparently, with his jab.
Tiger Jones and the black.
But it's too early for him to mix it up with Jones like that, because Jones is not going away. Oh my God, beautiful hook by Ralph Tiger Jones, and he comes right at Ray. But he comes in the center line, and that's where Ray's jab is supposed to take over.
Notice the difference in height. Robinson 5'11", Tiger Jones 5'7". Sugar Ray with quite a bit of reach, but inside, that Jones boy is tough.
And this is the exact height of Sam Langford, Ralph Tiger Jones, and Tommy Burns and others. Oh, beautiful jab by Ralph Tiger Jones.
Jones talking to Robinson constantly.
What a beautiful fighter Ralph Tiger Jones is.
And the eye of Sugar Ray is starting to smear a bit around the right eyebrow.
Oh, good right hand thrown. But Jones comes right back at him.
Overhand right.
My God, what a dangerous fighter Ralph Tiger Jones is. Not letting up. Ray never expected this. This is the problem Muhammad Ali had in 1971, March 8th, with Joe Frazier.
Robinson retreating.
Didn't quite have
Punching beautifully.
the tune-ups that he needed.
Tiger Jones continues to press the attack.
They handle a style like this. See, Ray has everything he needs. He's just not trained enough yet to be in a fight like this. This is his first comeback of significance.
Over, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Drees, who does so many of our fine craft ribbon bouts, is with us tonight. Jack, how does it look to you so far?
Well, looking at the comeback attempt of Sugar Ray, Russ, certainly he's got a ways to go yet before he approaches what he used to be. Notably, absent are the great reflex action that was always his, where a punch seemed to be on its way almost as an opening developed. He's missed several here. He's up against a tougher opponent tonight than most people, including the boxing experts, suspected. Tiger Jones has lost 5 fights in a row, but tonight he is pounding away at Sugar Ray, has cut him in the eye, and of course has cut him in the nose. Robinson seems to be his strongest thrust in the early moments of the round, seems to wear down a bit as the fight moves along. We must, of course, remember that this is only ways to go on that comeback trail. It's a good fight, I'll say that.
We'll have to go along with that. I guess you noticed the very wonderful crowd that we have here at the Chicago Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, to watch the second comeback fight for Sugar Ray Robinson. Here he is in the white trunks against Ralph Tiger Jones. Both boys weighing 159. Nobody has been down so far. As Robinson was on the ropes early, Frank Sikora was watching very closely. By the way, fans, the 5th annual Pabst Invitation Mixed Double Tennis Tournament being held at Charlie Farrell's Racket Club in Palm Springs on January the 21st and 22nd. That should be quite an event, as many celebrities from the sports and entertainment world will be on hand to play. Round 8. Tiger Jones in the black trunks, Sugar Ray Robinson in the white. If you're scoring, remember, give the winner of the round 10 points. And the loser, less than 10. Although all of the rounds have been very, very close.
Oh, good body punch by Jones. Jab. Ray must jab at this point. He has to keep this distance. Jones has slowed down just a little bit, but he's still on top of Ray. So Ray has to consistently jab. Whether he's tired or not. Reflexes are pretty decent, but he has to jab. Oh, good jab by Jones. Ray cannot keep Ralph Tiger Jones off of him. Good hook, Ray. Cannot back out of there with your hands down. You're in there with a Tiger. But Jones is going to continue. He's 5'7". Amazing.
Going with the overhand right now.
Nice head movement by Ralph Tiger Jones. Ray knows he doesn't have the reflexes to react to it.
Robinson's face a crimson smear.
Nice combination, but oh, beautiful right hand. Nice combination, but Ray cannot hold on to Jones. Jones shoves him right off. Doesn't have the strength. Stays right on him. If Rob Tiger Jones was fighting today, my God. Like I said, the closest thing you're going to find today of Rob Tiger Jones is Sean Porter.
We're ready for round 9.
Thing of beauty.
From the Chicago Stadium, Sugar Ray Robinson in white trunks, Tiger Jones in the black. Both boys weighing in at 159. And this has been a very rugged scrap all the way. Neither man down, but both boys taking a good stiff punch. The seconds of Robinson have done a wonderful job between rounds as Ray started to bleed from the right eyebrow in round 2. But they stopped the blood every intermission. Looks like the
Oh, good open up on Ray.
desperation attempt to knock out Jones.
Now, if Ray can sustain this, he can win the rounds in the last 30 to 40 seconds of the fight, of each round. That's a page of Sugar Ray Leonard's technique.
Certainly very few clinches in tonight's affair.
Oh, beautiful combination. Didn't all land. Technique was beautiful.
1 minute remaining in round 9.
Now, this is what Tommy Hearns didn't know how to do in the first fight in 1981 with Ray Leonard. Tie his man up when he was in trouble. Now you got to pop the jab. Beautiful. And you got to continue to do that. Oh. Rob Tiger Jones. Amazing.
That was more of a slip on the part of Sugar Ray.
Oh, beautiful combination at the end.
Round 5 is over. Robinson back to his corner. And quite a laceration on the right eyelid.
This is the last round.
Round 6 from the Chicago Stadium.
Oh, this is the round 6.
Tiger Jones of
Oh, Ray still has a ways to go.
certainly the underdog in tonight's contest against Sugar Ray. Robinson in the white trunks. They patch Robinson's eye up between rounds very nicely. It's not causing him any difficulty now.
Oh, beautiful jab by Rob Tiger Jones. Shoves him off, and it continues. Right now, Jones is walking through Ray Robinson's jabs. And that's a problem. Oh, good right hand by Ray Robinson.
That blow in the midsection caused Jones quite a bit of pain. We saw him grit his teeth.
Now, Jones opens up on Ray. He wants to slow Ray down. Take the confidence out of those combinations for the rest of the round. Oh my God, beautiful combination by Jones. He's trying to disturb his eye so his eye will flow again with blood. He's hoping they stop the fight. Oh, beautiful combinations by Ralph Tiger Jones.
Robinson trying to bring Jones's defense down with that steady pound to the body. Here in round 4 at Chicago. Say this Jones stays right after him all the way.
Oh, nice combinations by Ray, and he gets out. Beautiful. Now here's the jab.
Robinson pauses once in a while to look up at the clock to see how much time is left in a round.
My God, what a fighter Ralph Tiger Jones is. That's a fighter. Oh, great hook.
Robinson has not had too much of a defense against the left hand of Tiger Jones tonight, particularly against the hook.
Oh, good right hand. If Jones could punch, my God.
Jones was asked which man he'd rather fight, Robinson or Olsen, and he said Olsen because Olsen would come to him and he'd have to chase Robinson, and that's what's happening tonight. Round 5, neither man has been down.
Good right hand, good combination. Old-fashioned shoe shine. Ray throws a famous 8-punch combination. That's what he's known for. What Jones needs to do, after he stops punching, and Ray stops punching, he needs to bring his arms in and throw short punches on the inside so Ray can't grab him. Oh, stays right in the pocket. Fires off his own right hand. Does Ralph Tiger Jones. August 11th, 1954. That was some fight between Ray Robinson and Ralph Tiger Jones. Amazing. Archie Moore takes on Harold Johnson. Johnson was KO'd in the 14th round. 56 seconds. Before the 14th round was completed. The fight was stopped by Madison Square Garden's referee that night, Ruby Goldstein. Moore comes back to KO Johnson. It was his third light heavyweight title defense. Now, 27-year-old Harold Johnson stood 5'10". He weighed 172 pounds. He had a 74-inch reach. He had a record of 47 wins, 5 losses, no draws, and 20 knockouts. As for Archie Moore, he was 37 years old. He stood 5'11", weighed 173 pounds. He had a beautiful record. 146 wins, 19 losses, 8 draws, and 106 knockouts at the point of this fight. He had 75 pounds of mass on him. a total of 173 pounds in weight. Now, 8,327 spectators have filled the garden that night. And Moore would defend his title for the third time. 19 straight victories without a loss. Now, this fight should be interesting. Let's take a look at Archie Moore and Harold Johnson. August 11th, 1954. New York's Madison Square Garden.
The light heavyweight champion Archie Moore meets challenger Harold Johnson of Philadelphia. Round 1 in Madison Square Garden. 15 to go in this title fight. Archie Moore in the black trunks, Johnson in the whites. This is the 5th time these two have met. Moore won 3 of those matches, Johnson won, but all of them have been good fights and close ones.
Harold Johnson's in the white trunks. Archie Moore in the blue.
Moore occasionally goes to a waist-high crouch to avoid the jabs of Johnson. Styles, Johnson, a stand-up type, provides always the same target. Moore, very elusive. Leads by feinting a lot with his shoulders. Referee talking to Moore.